share the link again so that they can share this with their friends, and the people who could not enter the meet room here can be watching this live link again with Arpita Chatterjee, so that they can share this and they're not going to miss out on things. Fine. So please share that after a minute of time, everybody. So we are all glad to have our guest today, and definitely many of you, my students, they left, they had to leave the room so that the guest can be there, because we have this 250 limit of workspace, and after which the even you were not able to enter it. So it is like I had to request some of my students to leave and let the speaker be here so that we can start off with the session, and they will be able to see that at least through YouTube streaming. So it is nice to have you again here. This brilliant face, a smiling and positive face, is always good enough for making any platform live. So this platform is also getting live again. So this is Anandita Das. I am the Assistant Registrar of the University, and I am the Head of the Department English and Literary Studies. Nice to have you in front of me. It would have been better if it could have been personal and offline kind of an event, but nevertheless, at least we are here. You have always been a personal favorite for me, so it is good that I am getting an opportunity to see you face to face and to talk to you, and creating this opportunity for our students to talk to you. So with your permission, let us roll on with the session. I'll just say a few words and then hand over the session to you to conduct. So should I move ahead, Arpita?
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's Anandita, right?
Yes, it is Anandita.
Thank you so very much for allowing me to be here today. First of all, I'm very sorry that I am late. I think the session was supposed to start at 3:45, something like that. Yeah, so I'm extremely sorry for that, but it's just that I was finishing off my previous online some interaction. So that took a bit longer because there were some technical glitches in between.
It happens all the time, and this is technical place. We will have to be, flexible with this. Please don't mind and don't not ask for this kind. We are really happy to have you. So with your permission, I'm starting off with the event so that I can hand over session to you, and my students and the audience, everybody can be enjoying your to interact with you and to listen from you. So I'll just take 2 minutes of time and I'll say something and I'll hand over to you, because I think it's important for me to introduce you as well in a right manner. So I'll just introduce you and then hand over the session to you. Right. So it is like the wait is over, and we are all here to have this webinar on a very important and pertinent topic for today. It's a need for the society, that is women's empowerment. And we all know that it is talked about nowadays in many avenues and forums. However, this is not a contemporary issue. For as long as women have lived, they have loved and worked and struggled to create a path for themselves. And today, the freedom that is guaranteed to a woman has been won with the blood and toil of our foremothers. Let us take a moment to pay homage to their legacy by looking back at the trailblazers who have secured justice for us. India's past is filled with many such illustrious women whose legacy is rarely talked about. And to bring to light these untold stories, to celebrate the lives of these brilliant women who did not let the restrictions of the society dim their light, is the duty of educators and artists. So here we come and collaborate together with this candid promotion so that Brainware University and them together can have this webinar on women empowerment, which is so nicely synced with the occasion of staging of Lotus Herbal presents My Name is Jan on December 18th, starring none other than Arpita Chatterjee. So We are having this webinar on this pertinent topic, women empowerment. I'm sure this name is quite known to, and after this webinar, you will all be knowing about. There's so much to learn from this personality. One of the most prominent singers and dancers of the recent past, and belonged from our very own city of joy, Kolkata. Today, as we are all gathered here, let us take this opportunity to talk about Gaur Khan, an epitome of women empowerment. From her, we will be able to learn about the unfettered spirit of the artist, an undefeated attitude towards life, and a courage to persist in the face of adversity. To present the webinar on this very important topic, we are privileged to have with us entrepreneur and actress Arpita Chatterjee. And it is indeed a pleasure that Arpita, you would be here presenting this very important topic, because when it comes from a person who has made a stand by herself, it really do matter. So on behalf of Brainware and all the students, my colleagues, and now all others who are now streaming and connected with us in this live streaming and YouTube, we all welcome you in this event today, and I hope it is equally the pleasure from your side to be there.
Absolutely.
Before, I heard that ma'am Arpita is going to have some questions for all of you, and she's ready to part with some surprise gifts as well. So that I believe it would be an added advantage for my students. So I'll be handing over, though this personality really do not need any sort of introduction, but as in the format says, it is my duty to say a few words about Arpita and then hand over the session to her. So here it goes that Arpita Chatterjee, often called the Tall Queen by her fans, has been an actress par excellence, having acted in over 40 films in Bengali, Bhojpuri, Uriya, and Hindi. She took a break acting to raise her son, and then she came back with a bang. She had 12 releases in the pipeline just before the pandemic in 2020. Her modeling career spans over 20 years, which started with her being crowned Tilottama by ABP Group. She has been a loving face of national TV for brands like Fair and Lovely, Hippie Noodles, Lactcalamine, etc. She is a trained singer, classical singer, and having sung duets with maestros like Rashid Khanji. A trained classical dancer as well, Arpita is mesmerizing on the stage. Our recent solo musical stage, My Name is Jan, is that we are going to all see, has won unprecedented applause from media and critics. She is also a serial entrepreneur. FLO FICCI Women Outfit felicitated Arpita as an entrepreneur, and she is often invited to speak in prestigious forums as well. Post-marriage, she set up a production house, partnering with her husband, which later on grew to be a leading production house in Kolkata. She has produced numerous award-winning fiction and non-fiction shows for leading Bengali channels like Star, Z, Color, etc., which are a daily part of our lives. In her next stint as an entrepreneur, she set up a startup partnering with the friend and media industry, a well-known stalwart, Barun Das. The health tech content startup, which earlier raised funds from Shrey Group, was recently acquired by a leading TV network. She is in the process of launching her fresh venture, Tummaga Media Private Limited in Delhi, which will focus on production of fiction web series based on real incidents. So if I go on, there is so much things that we can be talking about her, But then, without wasting any more time, because I'm sure you want to hear it all from her and not from me, so I would be hand over the session to Arpita. Arpita, it's all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for this flattering introduction. Uh, in fact, you made me a little bit nervous that, oh my God, is it
You
me
deserve that
who have,
every day.
is it me who have done so much, so many? But no, yeah, thank you so much for that. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. But I don't know, I mean, is it technically possible to see whoever is participating or to talk or to interact, or it
Yes,
will
it is.
be
It is, ma'am. They're all here, and because they are having their classes still since morning, so might their internet is a package is a problem. But I believe when you
okay?
interact to, they'll be able to unmute themselves and talk to you, and might keep their cameras on also while they. So you whatever you're saying, you can be interacting with them. They can be talking to you as well.
Okay, but I mean, how to interact? I mean, as of now,
Whatever you're saying, they are able to. Hi guys, can you say hi to Arpita? Everybody.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hi,
Hello,
hi,
ma'am.
hi, hi,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Hi,
ma'am.
ma'am. How
How
are
are
you,
you,
ma'am?
ma'am?
Good
Hi,
evening,
ma'am.
ma'am.
How are you, ma'am?
Good evening.
You are looking so beautiful. Good evening, ma'am. Nice to
oh
meet
my
with you,
God,
ma'am.
oh my God, suddenly the force of,
Hello,
oh,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
force of youth that
Hello,
are
ma'am.
getting connected.
Good evening.
Good
Right?
morning,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, good evening. Hi to
Good
all
evening,
of
ma'am.
you, all of you. Thank you, thank you. Good evening, good evening.
Ma'am,
I
we
hope,
are glad
Good
to
evening,
see
ma'am.
you.
yeah, same, same here, same here.
Good
It's an
evening, ma'am.
absolute pleasure to have all of you. I wish I could have been there physically
Ma'am,
and
we
spent
are
some
very
of
glad
the
to
day.
meet you.
Yeah, we will plan. Definitely, we'll plan. I must meet all of you. I must.
Thank
So,
you, ma'am.
not, so not wasting further time, I would say that you must be knowing the background of today's this webinar interaction, the purpose of this interaction. Of course, that meeting all of you, knowing all of you, talking to all of you, that's the purpose. But the main thing is that there is a musical solo that is called My Name is John, which has been presented by a national, very big, renowned company, Lotus Herbal. So that is a program which I will bring here today to all of you, which will be staged on 18th December. And this is the third show. So we have done two shows earlier in the month of September. Now the third show is going to be staged on 18th December in GD Birla Sabhagar, which is in Baliganj, and it's at 6:30. So first of all, I would love to invite all of you for this show. That please come with your friends, with your relatives, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend. I mean, honestly, just please come across and see watch the play, which is called My Name is Jan, and it's me who will be performing solo on the stage for 1 hour and 45 minutes non-stop, with one short 5 minutes interval. It's a play, and this play is not run of the box kind of play. I mean, when we talk about this, any play, we tend to think that, oh my God, it's going to be boring, it's very intellectual, it's very dark, we'll be dealing with very dark subject, or maybe with very strong political agenda, something like that. But trust me, guys, that this play is a power packed entertainment play with no agenda, no intellectuality, nothing. It is just to entertain all of you, because this play is having not only enactment, not only acting, uh, it has songs which I'll be singing live. It has dance which I will be dancing live. So it's me who will be acting, dancing, singing live. in front of all of you. So I can promise you that if you come and watch the play, my name is Jan on 18 December, GT Birla Sabhagar 6:30, you will not regret. That's my promise. And we have kept a very concession rate, a special rate, discounted rate for students. Uh, so, and we will be having, you will be having, gift hampers as well. And on top of that, I must say, somebody is very noisy. Yeah, okay, thank you, Rajiv. So after the play, just be there, wait for me. Within 5-7 minutes, I will change. I'll come back and I will meet all of you physically, personally, and we'll chat and we'll love to get your viewpoint that whether you like it or not like it or whatever it is. So that's the proposition that I have brought here today for all of you, because now it's winter and this is possibly the best season that our state have. Winter is a season for party, for gathering, for food. It's a festive season, right? The Christmas is knocking the door, then New Year, then Saraswati Puja. So it's going on, going on, going on. So this is the time that without watching movie, without watching play, it is not complete. It is incomplete. So please come and watch. So now I will say that, okay, today there is a topic that woman empowerment. I mean, it's a very heavy stuff, but I will rather make it very light for all of you. That it's a woman empowerment. I mean, it's I mean it better if I connect this topic with the play that Miley is done, because this play is based on the life of a wife, which name is Gauhar Jan. So when we say a wife, so those days around 1890, 1892, 93, around that time, the society was completely different from today's society, completely different. So those days, a female, a woman who is also a wife, a performer, rather a performer, was not considered in a very respectable way. So the society was male dominating society, and anybody related to performing arts, be it acting, dancing, singing, uh, painting, anything related to performing arts, was not a very respectable thing those days, unlike these days. So that is why this Gaur Jan, this lady, uh, she, despite being a woman and a wife, she led her life in her own terms. She always exercised her own choices. She never compromised. And those days, we Indians were under British rule. We were slaves. Englishmen, they were ruling us. But this lady never, ever dared to uh, raise her head against British, against British police whenever she got a chance, whenever she saw something unfair is happening with her or with anybody, she never stopped, never hesitated protesting against British rule or British police. So a lot of incidents, it is not my assumption or it is not a story. I mean, the research is saying that. And trust me, guys, I mean, if you see this lady's life, it is so fascinating. I mean, it's a lot of betrayal, lot of loves, lot of affairs and betrayals, and again affairs, and then her performance. I mean, put everything together. It's very colorful. It's very entertaining, very colorful life, and thus It's a very larger than life kind of thing that she used to have. She always laid her life in that way, that she is a queen. She's not a survivor. I care a damn about what you think, the society, what you think, the way you deal with me. I don't care about that. I have my own norms, I have my own terms, and I will live my life in that way. So there are many stories which this play is showcasing about her life. So those are hilarious, entertaining, funny stories that the show is capturing. So that is why I said that you must come and watch the show, and each and every second is nothing but so engaging, engrossing, and entertaining. So now, and ma'am, Anindita, I must say that you must come and watch the film, watch the this stage production. So that is how it is now. It's a monologue, that it is something that I am talking and I'm talking. Is there anyone who wants to say something or ask something or want to know something from me, that I would love to answer that or talk with someone?
Yes, Tatporjo, you can go on asking. You have raised your hand. Yes, Tatporjo.
I would like to ask, what are some of the unique difficulties that you face while creating this drama? What are some of the things that you did not expect that you would encounter, but you actually did encounter?
Is Arpita being able to hear? Because I find, Tatporjo, can you write it down, your question in the chat box? I think that would be better, because your voice came at in a very breaking way. So if you can write it down, it would be better. So till Tatporjo is writing, is anyone else having anything to ask? Please, you can raise your hand and ask straight. Yes, anybody is having any sort of a question? All of you are mesmerized and walls. Fine. So here we have Tatporjo writing as, what are some of the unique difficulties that you faced while making this drama?
Okay, some of the difficulties that we faced. Tatporjo, first of all, that your name is very unique. I have never ever crossed with a name called Tatporjo. So that's a very unique name. Okay, to answer to your question, it's an year and a half long process that we went through to finally stage it, starting from research, scripting, then rehearsal, practice, choreography, put everything together. It took an year and a half. So it's a long process. And it is not, and the most difficulty that we faced, of course, I must say that the lockdown, because this project was born. The seed of thought had come to mind during the first lockdown. So everything that time was happening the way it is happening now, online, and something which needs to be evolved, needs to be created from the scratch. Brainstorming is needed. A lot of brainstorming discussions, those are needed for this process. These things are not possible online. It is always, we have to sit there with that vibe, should be there, the physical vibe should be there, talking, and there are arguments, there are brainstorming, and that is how this any project, any audiovisual project, be it stage or be it movie, anything, that the script, the story, it creates in that way. So that was completely missing, because we all were stuck in our home. So this online thing was a big problem. So I am thinking something, the director is unable to connect with me, and then the script writer, he is also struggling. So it was quite a mess to put everything together, to bring everybody on the same page. So, and then we planned a date. We finalized a date to launch this program, and then the second wave hit, so it got postponed. So this COVID, I will say, was the biggest hurdle, biggest impediment that this show faced. Nothing else.
Noreen, you have a question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks,
Noreen,
thanks.
you can go on with the question, Noreen.
First of all, you're looking just wow. I just can't take off my eyes.
Thank you, Noreen. Thank you. I wish I could see you.
Yes,
No,
please. Why can't you
actually,
keep your camera on? Yeah, please.
actually, I'm not at the situation to on like
It's
camera.
okay.
I'm so
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay. No, no,
But
don't be. I would definitely visit your campus on a mutually convenient date, and I'll meet all of you. I must.
I'm excited even.
Yeah, tell
My
me.
my question was to you like getting into a character like it differs a lot. Like being in your real life character and going to a fictional character differs, or it really takes a lot time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
so I wanted to know that how do you manage and equalize your real life character and your character you're portraying on the screen?
Okay. Thanks for the question. Very nice question. I mean, I get to hear this question. I get to face this question a lot because for normal person, any normal people, it is a it is a factor which they are not able to connect with. That how it is possible that I am Arpita, and next moment I am somebody else. How is it possible? So I think we entertainers, we actors are not actually normal person. We keep pretending, we keep pretending, we keep pretending. But yeah, so that is how a professional actors are supposed to do. When we get a character for any movie or for a stage, any character, we have to get inside the character. We have to get into the skin of the character. We have to become the character. It's not playing. We say that we play the character, but I say that I become the character. And if I become the character, playing is what should I say? It's by default it will happen. It's by the product. So for this project, I must say that the way I was telling that year and half journey with Gaurjan, that helped me a lot. You know, it started with the research, and through research, I got to know about her life, about her as a person, about her as a performer. So all those information which was derived from an intense research was so fascinating that, trust me or not, at some point in time I started thinking only about her in day night. I mean, it's only my I am all over her because her life was so fascinating. All the incidents were so fascinating, so funny, so entertaining, and it's a larger than life. So I always started thinking that, and it was a lockdown time, so there were no other distractions or commitments or engagements. So I got an ample time to only think about Gahorjan, Gahorjan, Gahorjan. And that actually helped me to become Gahorjan. So I didn't even realize that at what point, exactly when I actually became that. And trust me, if you come, you must come to watch the play. And when you see the play, you will remember this what I'm going to say now, that 1 hour 45 minutes, I am not Arpita. No, I'm Gahurjan. Actually, it happens with me. When it starts, the play, just before 2 seconds, I'm so tense, so nervous, how this show will happen, whether I'll be able to perform at my best or not. But the moment it starts, from that moment till I hear the clapping of the audience, which is absolutely at the end, it is just I'm not Arpita, I'm Gahujan. What I'm saying, what I'm showcasing, I'm singing, I'm dancing, what I'm the story that I'm telling, it is my story. It is not somebody else. So that is how it happened for this project.
Very true. You students, you must learn as in how to get into the thing. That sincerity when he is there, it shows on your face, right? That is the way she is talking, the passion that is making it so live that you people are talking about. Yes, Shayan, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Finally, a guy. I thought hearing women empowerment, no boys will turn up.
Now, Takpojo was there. This is Shayan next. Fine. So there are many boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. My question is related to the topic actually.
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, please.
Ma'am, as a boy or as a male, I have to work with many female counterparts and other girls, like in college and even in future in my job. So what are the things that I should keep in mind to make the environment friendly for them?
Yeah, it's very easy. That respect woman, whoever she is, maybe your friend, co-worker, your mother, anybody. If she is a female, she's a woman. Being a man, you always have to be respectful towards her. It starts from there. And rest, I don't need to, nobody needs to tell. If you respect that person from your core, your behavior, your attitude, your action, everything will come from there. And that's how it is. Very simple.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for addressing this, and you are looking absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Fine. I do know that, my students are bubbling with lots of questions in their mind to ask you, and why not? It, of course, is a platform like that, but at the same time, we do understand that it's very hectic a time for Arpita right now, and she's been really busy, and going on for 18th is not far away. I'm sure she is scheduled with a lot of things to do and a lot of assignments to take care of.
I have my rehearsal. Right.
Yeah. So in that case, I'm sure, as she has promised, that she will be with us in the campus once offline, and we will then make sure that she's not getting away that easy. But for today, I'm sure you people will all understand this preoccupation of an artist who is so very sincere and who is creating things so that each one of us can have something to enjoy and can be learning from. Whatever small interaction we had, I'm sure you could understand that what sort of, we as a teacher, again, being a teacher is always a teacher, lecture manna.
So like the way I say, if once you are mother forever.
Right.
And the students are scared of these two things. One is mother, one is teacher. Always preaching.
But then it is somewhere down there I'm relating to it that we would always, rather in my class, I would say that to become whatever you are, you have to be a good human. So when you are a good human, it reflects back on your work. And that is what we see on the screen right now. See, so small interaction that you had, I'm sure you could understand the passion, the sincerity, the hard work, the kind of focus that she's putting in to make something live, which is such an old one, but we are talking about that today, and we are connecting that with women empowerment. So that is why we'll not keep her on hold for a long. I'm sure she is to move ahead, and we have all the best wishes for her, for our all future endeavors. And I would just request, Arpita, that in the future, when we, things are fine and we come down to online, our campus is a beautiful one. Our students are even beautiful. So please accept our invitation and do give us some time to come back into the campus. I'm sure the whole fraternity.
I would love to. I mean, my waiting time starts from now. That when next I'll be able to be there physically. But before this session ends, I must say thanks to all of you, and in advance, Merry Christmas to all of you. And I really looking forward to see most of you on 18th. To see my name is Jan, HDD Villa Savagar at 6:30. And please, after the play, don't leave the auditorium. I will be there to chat with you, to meet you physically. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Guys, can you all speak and spread Arpita?
All the best, ma'am.
All the best.
All the best, ma'am. Have a nice day.
All the best, ma'am.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All the best,
All the
ma'am.
best,
Thank you,
ma'am. Thank
ma'am.
you.
Merry Christmas in advance, ma'am.
All the best, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hoping to meet you
Bye,
soon,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, ma'am.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas,
Ma'am,
All the best, ma'am.
excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, excuse me. I have a question.
Okay.
Satporjo, please, if many others are also having a question, I cannot be partial
No.
on you. I'm asking them
Ma'am.
not to ask a question. You can do one thing. You can write, send me a mail with your question. I'll direct that to Arpita, and because right now she
And why
must
not
be-
Tatporju? Why not Tatporju? You come on 18th and ask me that question.
yes, in the
face to face.
auditorium.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's a deal with you. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Arpita.
Ma'am.
Thank
Keep
you,
well.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Fine. So I hope you people all enjoyed the show, right? Fine.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Right,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Lot of, ma'am. Lot of, ma'am.
Yes, I do understand that I've been a bit rude today on asking some of you to leave. And I have been rude enough to ask you people to stop asking questions, but then I believe you understand the justification behind it. Fine, she is having other rehearsals to do, and we cannot keep her waiting for long. But I'm sure I'll be in good terms with. I'll be having talk with her and go for another session or some in the later period of time. But then it is beautiful that we all had a good time together. I hope however small the interaction is, however small this webinar is, being able to learn something out of it. Fine. I hope all of you will be doing well, and you will be pardoning me of this being rude to ask you to some of you to read, but there was a justification behind it. So we'll be parting again for today. Enjoy your life. Yes, please. Bolbo. I can stay there.
Ma'am,
Please.
you will give the attendance, ma'am.
We'll be getting this attendance from the Google Meet.